Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. It's another scorching day and I didn't really want to do anything outside. It's the middle of the day. Don't really want to heat the stove up in the oven to cook or can, but the list of things to do is just growing and gotta get some stuff knocked off the list. But before I get started, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. I really appreciate it. Gonna go out and check the nesting boxes. Chris is making some more. We're gonna wait till after supper when it's cool to try and string that stucco wire around the fence posts. I am really hurting from holding on to those posts while he pounded them. I didn't think it was going to hurt that bad. But anyway, I am Voltarened up and ibuprofened up and iced up and think, what is that other stuff? I have this ice stuff that I roll onto all the hurting parts. So all doctored up, and I think whether I like it or not, I've got to go out and get those zucchini plants hacked, some leaves off. Might get the tomato plants trimmed again if I survive the zucchini plants. And but I want to go check the nesting boxes first, and then I gotta get out to work. Gotta put on my sunglasses and goofy hat and get that done, and then I gotta come back in the kitchen and get some stuff done in here. Might make the zucchini relish today and get that done at least. So I did transcribe a bunch of recipes from one of the YouTube channels that we've found that we just love. One's called Web Spoon. Young guy does a bunch of really cool recipes, and the episode is called Better Than Burritos. Really awesome recipes. And there's another one called Scrumdiddlyicious. No, Scrumdiddlyumptious. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go back onto that one and get a bunch of recipes because there was some awesome ones, but both are just amazing. And like I said, using a lot of zucchinis and a lot of eggs, so perfect for me. Good timing and awesome stuff. So anyway, gonna go out and check the nesting boxes now. See what excellent news I have this morning. So of course, anybody watching me by now knows that I always say don't throw anything away. These are the pots that the bigger trees were in. So Chris was gonna put some plywood on here, but I suggested he cut out, this was on one of the videos we watched this morning, the guy had cut a circle out of the 5-gallon pail, and I said, we'll just cut a circle out of this and attach it to this, because there's a good lip here to screw onto, right? And then this gives them something good to grab onto to jump in and out. So I think this is going to make a great nesting box. He did say there's one, he found one egg outside already. So he has already put a nesting box in here. And I think we're going to have to get another bale of, Bob's going to give us a bale of straw too, so he found an egg out here already and put the egg in that nesting box. So I think those, we've got 3 of those that we saved. Of course everybody else just throws them out or puts them in recycling, but not me. We've had them for a year or 2 now. So he already found an egg outside, so he put it in that nesting box out there. And we'll see what happens. Most of them are inside now because, of course, they're used to going into the trees for shade and under the sea can, and they can't do that now, so they're pretty grumpy. Rusty did get out, and one other, there's an escapee over there. When Chris opened the door to put the nesting box in. So, But we'll have to try and get her. She's very, very happy. Now, I gotta be careful. There's always a bee buzzing around me. Might have to get that one with my zapper. The traps are working really well. You can see all nasty, nasty hornets in that one, and I put a fresh one out. That's actually got Coke Classic in it because it's got so much sugar that they love it. Now, I have to be careful looking in here because Rusty might be waiting for me. He tried rushing at me again this morning. Yikes. So look at this. 5. And the favorite one. 1 there, and none there. So yeah, 5 in this one. And then, so that's 5, 6, 7. And the one he found outside. So that's 7, and the one he found outside is 8 so far. And then we'll see what happens with these new nesting boxes, if that helps. There's nobody in the maternity ward right now, but they're all keeping cool inside there, and Chris put the water feeders back inside too, because they seem to want to be inside. So we'll see how this works. I think these planter boxes are going to make great nesting boxes, because the guy that used the 5-gallon pails, he kept part of it covered like this, so they can easily get in, and then they can sort of burrow in the back there. They like to go in the back. But I think that's a pretty awesome nesting box for nothing. And of course he screwed it to the wall, so it's not going to roll. And it's going to be really secure for them to jump up onto here. So I think that's just awesome. I think it's even better than the 5-gallon pail, but that's just me. I thought Chris was going to use the 5-gallon pails, but then he came out and remembered those pots are up there, and they're just taking up space too. So awesome. Anyway, I am going to go get that squash patch, zucchinis trimmed, and maybe the tomatoes. Then I'm going back indoors. It might be nap time by then. Well, that was a good hour out in the blistering sun with sweat pouring into my eyes, which I just hate. Got the zucchinis and the trims, zucchinis and tomatoes trimmed. Chris is picking beans. I'm going to make a loaf of banana bread, and then I think get started on the relish, zucchini relish. But I'm staying inside for a little while. Hate to get the stove going, but that's the way it is. Of course, I can't help myself, so I'm just checking that before I put that banana bread in the oven. I'm not going to go into the run and check the outside one, because they'll all flock outside, and Rusty's quite upset with me. So I don't want him to come out. But there's still 5 in here. Now there's 2 in here, 2 in here, and 1 in there. So they're using all of the nesting boxes now. My battery died, and then I went and changed it, and I put the dead one back in, and the full one in the charger. Anyway, what I was saying is, obviously, keeping them in the run when they're starting to lay eggs and learning maybe was a better thing to let them go free range when they were just starting to lay. Again, like I said so many times, we're new at this, and we really go onto YouTube and learn a lot from people that know so much more than us. Yikes. A hornet. The wasps are bad enough, but the hornets are downright scary. So yeah, maybe until they're used to laying in the nesting boxes, keep them inside the run, I guess. I don't know. And clearly they would have, so that's 5, 6, that's 10 so far, not including the one that's outside. So that's 11 again. We had 12 yesterday. So yeah, maybe it would have been smarter for us to keep them in the run while they're just starting to lay, instead of letting them go under the sea container and all over the place and out in the woods. And like, they could be laying out in those nice lush parts around the bushes where the grass is long, and I mean, that would be a nice place to lay an egg, wouldn't it? Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, gotta get a skid to make a step up into this sea can, because that is too hard on an old woman. I wanted to set my scale here somewhere so I could see how much that zucchini that we found last night weighs. I'm trying to switch it to pounds instead of grams here. There we go. And Chris just picked another giant pail of beans. More work to do, and we're easily gonna get a third batch. Like, I'm having a hard time picking this thing up. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest one so far, and I'm just gonna see how much it weighs if I can get the thing to sit. It's over 5 pounds. Oh no, it's resting on the, need to get it to balance. Okay, I got it to balance so it's not sitting the edge of it on the box. So that is 5 pounds, 4 ounces. I should maybe weigh the other 2 giant ones that are in there. I'm just curious. And I did get the branches, like I say, trimmed on those zucchini plants, and it is just crazy how much zucchini there is in there. So I'm just gonna check. These ones are definitely not as big. This one's fat on one end and skinny on the other end. This one's pretty big, but I'm thinking maybe 4 pounds for this one. Oh, 3 pounds. Just a little over 3 pounds. So yeah, that one is massive compared to this one. You can see the difference when I put them beside each other. So yeah, we totally didn't see this one because of the leaves and the plants being so thick. So, and trimming them today, like, I just can't believe what's in there. So I tried putting that big one in the drawer and it won't fit. It's because it's the width of the inside of the fridge, it won't fit in the crisper drawer. So I'm gonna have to remember to use the other ones first, try and use the freshest ones last, and the ones I picked a couple of days ago first. So really excited about trying some of those recipes, but gotta get some other stuff done first. Ay, ay, ay. This is my first time baking with my fresh eggs. I'm making this a couple loaves of banana bread because I can't stand to throw the bananas out, of course. And I only broke 2 eggs yesterday for my breakfast, and both were double yolkers. The first egg I broke right now is another double yolker. So I need 4 eggs, so I'm using 6 because these are smaller. But I just can't believe how many double yolk eggs I'm getting. So I'm only using 6 eggs. I just broke the 4th one, another double yolker. I just can't believe it. I think it's awesome. I don't like egg whites, so the more yolk the better as far as I'm concerned. So I know I mentioned it before when I was making omelets and something else, but I'm also really amazed at the color. I mean, this is like really rich color compared to what, it's usually like a pale almost a whitish yellow. And the egg yolks make a big difference. So that was 6 eggs, and 3 out of 6 were double yolk. So pretty excited. I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm really noticing how fluffy this gets. You're supposed to beat the cream, sugar, and eggs before you mix in the dry ingredients, and it's very, very fluffy and a very rich looking texture. So I'm hoping it makes a difference. I'm really looking forward to baking with fresh eggs, because I love baking anyway. So I'm excited about and looking forward to baking with the wood burning stove, with the new unique convection off-grid range, and with fresh eggs. Pretty exciting to me. But like I said so many times, it doesn't take much. Well, banana bread's out of the oven. Again, it is a totally different color. It's like yellowy orange rather than what it normally is. And I also have one of the squash in the oven. I'm going to try this recipe that I got. It's called Yummy Garlicky Spaghetti Squash. You mix it with basil, garlic, and parmesan. And I scooped the seeds out from it. I'm going to try, I got this seed to seed book. I'm going to try saving seeds. I'm going to do that with a bunch of stuff. Like I said, those butternut squash. All I did was scoop 8 seeds out of the squash I use for soup, and we have like enough squash, I think, to feed a village. So, pretty funny. Anyway, I just want to try my hand at seed saving as well, because it's another lost skill, and I think it's going to become even more important in the future. Well, I can't wait any longer. Chris is having his nappy, and I am going to go out and collect some eggs. See if there's a dozen again today. It's about 5 o'clock, I think. I've got chicken wings in the oven, and that squash in the oven, spaghetti squash. So I'm going to try that for supper. And I just want to see if they've used this new nesting box inside, and of course I want to see if they've laid another egg outside. See what the nesting boxes here have, and see if that crazy rooster's gonna come diving at my face again. Oh my goodness, there is another one. I don't know if there was 3 there before. I don't think so. So that's 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the one outside. So there is another one. So that's 12 already, and we'll see if there's any more. Might get lucky 13. And again, like, look at the way they push the straw aside. I usually put it back because I think, I don't know, to my crazy logic, they like to move the straw around when they're getting ready to lay. That's my way of thinking. Through here. Oh, look at that cute little one. It's so cute. That other one's pretty big. And then a little cute one. And we got 5 in here. Nice dark one. These are decent size. Another little teeny one. So cute. And another big one. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Pretty awesome. So there'll be 12 with the one outside. What do you think? Rusty, are you still cranky? Are you still cranky? You're getting pretty big. Some of these hens are getting pretty big too. You know, it's hard to really see when they're roaming around so much and not really standing still, and they don't really let you get too close to them. What do you think, girls? Anything going on in here? Nothing in there, but you can tell somebody's been laying in it. And I think that's a good spot for it too. I just think that pail has made an awesome nesting box. And of course I was teasing Chris yesterday because I said he needs a designer to design the nesting boxes, and he was gonna put a piece of plywood at the front lip there. And we had watched the video of the guy cut the part of the top of the 5-gallon pail out and use it on the front. So I said we'll just cut a half circle up this planter out and put it on the front. Now it was his idea to use these tree pots. So they're from trees that we planted in the orchard, and just awesome nesting boxes, I think. Well, they used the one outside. No, I think Chris found that one on the ground, if I'm not mistaken, and put it in the nesting box outside. So let's go see if I can wade through the chickens and have a look in there. So you can see Chris was saying that they had sort of buried this little egg in there. And good thing he put this piece on the front to keep the straw in. But I'm gonna leave that one there for now. So that is 12 again today. Just gonna have a little scope around here to see, because I think he said they laid it in the corner there on the ground again, where they laid one before. So hopefully this one's looking in the box, but I think she's just being snoopy. It's so messy out here with us having thrown the vegetables in here for them, and with these rocks, like I said, they look like eggs, a lot of them. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing any outside. No, don't be pecking on me. It's Rusty I'm worried about. But the hens like to walk up to me and peck my toes. I think it's the toenail polish. Now that's a big rock in there. I don't think they need the rock in there. There's a big rock too. Don't need big rocks in your sand, do you, girls? See, again, that's a beet, and it looks so much like an egg. So that one in that nesting box is number 12, but I'm going to leave it there for now. Because we're trying to encourage them, and apparently that does work. Look at that, it looks like something's going underneath burrowing underneath. No, you guys gotta stay here. Go on. You're bad chickens. No, go on. No. Chris is gonna get around to fixing this too, because this is so wobbly. So he's gonna put something from here up to the roof so that he can brace this and make it more secure and sturdy. So our friend Kurt popped by to pick up his bottle jacks that Chris had borrowed, and I was able to give him a couple of nice sized squash and some beans and a big zucchini. He said they make pumpkin pie out of zucchini, so I might have to try that too. But it was nice to be able to hand some stuff and some beans that Chris had just picked, hand some stuff off to somebody else, because my goodness, it's just more work for me. And of course I don't need to be sitting down trying to save seeds either, but I really do want to try that. And Chris and I were looking earlier at how many cucumbers there are in here. There's a nice one in there, so maybe tomorrow I will get this part of the squash dragged off of the cucumbers, because I clearly didn't plant all that many cucumbers because I didn't plan on pickling this year. But I mean, this thing here, this is like, oh my goodness. And you see those are, this here is cucumber all tangled up with the zucchini, or no, squash. Sorry, I'm getting the three of them mixed up all the time. But look at the number of blossoms in there. This one could pretty much be picked again too. That's about the size of the one I cooked for supper. The chickens were pecking that one, so I might cut that up and feed that to them. Oh my goodness, there's another one back in there. Oh, I just spotted some that... Look at that. Those two there. I didn't even see those before. Oh my goodness. I hadn't even seen those ones. Now these ones are all going yellow. And these ones here look like watermelons to us. And we don't understand why out of the same seeds we got these ones that are sort of green like a watermelon, and the other ones are all yellow. So, oh my goodness, I can see those two giant ones in there. Well, see, the thing is we can't even get close to them. That's the problem. So, and then see, you go down here again to yellow, and then that one's green like a watermelon, and then this one's green like a watermelon. Oh my goodness, look at them there. And then, oh my goodness, I didn't see these either. Oh, I didn't see any of these. Oh my goodness. And then see yellow, and then another one that's green like a watermelon. If anybody can help me out, I don't know what to make of it. And then there's another decent sized zucchini there. So I'm trying to swat that wasp away. I got quite a bit of this cut away, but I think I could even take a little bit more. I just couldn't take the heat anymore. There's so many zucchini down in there, it's just crazy. So you can see all these leaves I took off, and a bunch I threw over there. But once you're in underneath here, you can see how many blossoms there are, and we've already lost. But look at those. I mean, there's going to be like, I don't even know how many zucchinis right there. So I could maybe take a few more branches off, but this helps at least. And again, this little end plant here, there's, oh my goodness, look at that. There's 3 like practically growing. Oh, 4. Ay, ay, ay. Well, if anybody can help me out with the different colored squash from the same plant, I don't understand that. The ones we looked at, we went to the grocery store because we really do know nothing, and to see what spaghetti squash is supposed to look like when it's ripe. So they're yellow, kind of like this right here. So, but then we came home and we already saw those ones that look like watermelons, but just don't understand. So, if anybody knows why you would be getting 2 different colors of squash from the same plant, it's news to me and I just don't understand. Of course, I didn't understand why chickens all lay in the same nesting box either. It's the popular thing to do. 5 eggs in one nesting box. I guess that's the way it goes. That's the way they do things. But I'm pretty happy. That's another dozen eggs today. And I am going through them pretty quick because, like I said, I like to bake anyway. And I like the keto diet and keto pancakes, keto everything. And some of those zucchini recipes use a ton of eggs too. So most people would have trouble going through all these eggs, but I don't think I'm going to for a while. I don't think I'll have any problem using them up. So anyway, gonna go back to getting the dishes done and see if we get more than 12 eggs later on.